I didn't think of an intro for this video. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is how to create a vision board. I have been creating vision boards for the past few years, and I honestly really love creating them. They're so much fun to create, and they're so much fun to have as something to hang up on your wall and look at consistently. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why you need a vision board and how to create one and how to make that vision board actually work and not just be something pretty that you're going to hang on your wall and never look at again. All that and more coming up. But if you're new here, hi, my name is Sarah from Businesswomen Thrive, and I am so excited about today's video because I absolutely love creating vision boards. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is why you should be creating a vision board in the first place. Now, I believe a lot in the law of attraction and manifestation, and if you are thinking that this is going to be a bunch of woo-woo magic stuff, it's not. There is a lot of hard work that goes into creating a vision board and actually making those things on that vision board come true. But just bear with me for a second here, because the law of attraction and manifestations is one of the reasons that I create a vision board every single year for my business. I believe that whatever you put into the universe, you get out of the universe. And that's what the law of attraction is about. It's nothing really magical or anything like that. It's just kind of trusting the process and telling the universe exactly what you want from it and then putting in the work to actually get what you are trying to put out. It's basically just thinking positively about the world as opposed to thinking negatively. I know it sounds crazy, and I didn't believe it for a while for myself, but I heard so many bloggers talking about it that I decided to try it out myself, and I actually got really into it. But if you're not into any of the manifestation and the law of attraction stuff, there are still a lot of really great reasons why you want to be creating a vision board. A vision board is essentially just a way that you can visualize your goals and have them seen in your room or on your wall somewhere. It's basically like some people just write down their goals and they put them in a notebook or in a Google Doc or in their planner, and they may look at them from time to time, and that is something that I do too, and I recommend that you also write down your goals and put them into words. But something good that you can do is visualize your goals and have photos of what you want your goals to represent and things like that, of something that you can actually put on your wall in your bedroom or in your office, and you can see that every single day so you know exactly where you're going with your goals. Now, there really is no right and wrong way to create a vision board, so I'm going to give you a couple different ways that you can do it so that you can create the vision board that is best for you. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the materials that you're going to need to create the vision board. You either need a poster board or a foam board or something like that to mount the pictures onto. I'm actually going to be using a cork board that is up on my wall right over here, and if cork boards and things like that really aren't your style, you can even do a digital vision board, and you can do something on Pinterest or just on your computer. I don't really think that that strategy is kind of the most effective because it's kind of tucked away onto your Pinterest or tucked away in your computer, and the whole point of a vision board is something that you see all the time. But if digital is more your thing, you can do that too. The next thing you're going to need is photos. Now, I have all my photos printed out here, and we're going to talk more about what type of photos you want to print out later, but just know you're going to need some photos for your vision board, of course. And the last thing you're going to need is some scissors, and you're going to need some tape or some glue or something to tack your photos down onto the board. The first step to creating a vision board is going to be writing down your goals. You really don't want to just jump onto Pinterest or jump onto the computer and start looking for pretty pictures, because chances are you're going to spend hours choosing random photos and you're going to get lost in your Pinterest feed and you're going to even forget why you are there. And on top of that, you want to be intentional with what you put on your vision board, because it's going to be something that is going to keep you focused on your goals, and it's something that you're going to see every single day. So you want to make sure that you have a list of goals that you're going to be trying to put on your vision board so that you can have a cohesive and effective, essentially, vision board to put up on your wall. So write out some big goals that you want to accomplish within the next year. I tend to make my vision boards to be something that I want to accomplish within the next year, because I'm going to be creating multiple vision boards, likely one every single year. You can do vision boards for as long as you'd like, but I think something that is super practical is doing goals just for the next year. Step 2 is going to be finding the pictures. Now that you have a list of goals that you want, now you have to find pictures that are going to really represent what those goals are going to look like. And you can honestly do whatever you want with your pictures. It is your vision board. So some of the things that I like to include is not only pictures for goals that I want to accomplish in my business, goals that I want to accomplish in my personal life, but I also like to put up people that inspire me or people that I want to be more like. Make sure you really take care to find the perfect photo to represent your goals, because this is going to be something that you're going to be looking at for the next year to represent what your goals are going to be. And if you can't find a photo that represents what you're looking for, you can even do a little bit of Photoshop. So for example, I want to save $20,000 for a house in the next year. So I photoshopped this picture here to have $20,000 on it because that is what one of my goals are. And I just did this for free in Canva. It took like 5 minutes. A tip is try to keep as little wording as possible on your board, because you're not trying to tack an entire essay onto your vision board. You really want to have as minimal wording as possible so that your brain can use those pictures to visualize what you want to happen to get to those photos, because that's really what a vision board is all about. That's why it's called a vision board in the first place, is so that you can visualize what you want as opposed to just reading what you want. So a few of my pictures have 1 to 2 words on them, and that is really all you need. Step 3 is pretty easy because all you have to do is print the photos and cut them out. So now that all your photos are cut out, it's time to lay them out on your board. You want to make sure that you lay these out before you glue them, because you want to make sure that they're all going to fit and that you like the layout that you have. And some people like to organize their board where one section gets the business, one section gets the personal, and then maybe one section gets the inspirational people. I don't know how I'm going to lay mine out yet, but lay yours out however you want, and then we can move on to the next step. Now it's time to lock it in place. Just tape or glue down the photos in any order that you want. Smart cover up, huh? The next step is to hang it and visualize. Like I mentioned, you want to hang your board where you can see it often. That's why for my vision board, I'm using the corkboard in my office, because I'm going to see it every single time I go into my office. But not only that, you actually want to use your vision board and visualize how you're going to get to that photo or how you are going to get to that outcome. For example, I have this photo of this room that I really like. I didn't just choose this random $1 million house that I'm not going to be able to buy within the next year. I actually went onto Zillow and found a house that I would be able to purchase, and then found a photo of that house that I would actually like my house to look like. And then I can actually use this photo to visualize exactly what I want my house to look like. What it's going to feel like when I walk into the perfect house, what it's going to feel like when I decorate that house and move in, and what it's going to feel like when I finally have the key to that brand new house. So you can just take different scenarios and actually look at your board and visualize what it's going to be like when you get to that outcome, and even how you're going to get to that outcome, so that you can create a plan to get to that outcome. I know I'm hammering in this point kind of hard, but that is the whole point of the vision board. The point of the vision board is not to actually find a bunch of pretty pictures on the internet, glue them on a board, and put it up on your wall. Which ties into our next point, which is put in the work. Now this is the most important step of the vision board, because you actually have to put in the work to make your vision board come true. This house right here is not going to buy itself. Just because it's on your vision board and you tell the universe you'd like to buy a new house, the keys to that house are not going to fall into your lap. You actually have to do the work to get to that house, or get to that new car, or get to whatever goal it is that you have set for yourself. Now it's time to hustle and put in the work to actually make that dream board come true. The universe will not do that for you. I do believe in the law of attraction and visualizing what you want in your life, but that is the tool to get you energized and pumped up enough to actually go and work and reach that goal. The law of attraction is not going to reach your goals for you. If you'd like to see the blog post I have on this topic, you can click the link in the description below to read more on it. And if you enjoyed this video, you may like some of my other content, which you can find right here or right here. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel down below, and let me know in the comments, are you creating a vision board for 2021? And if you are, what are some of the goals that you have for 2021? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you next Thursday. Bye!